Greetings, fellow survivors of the supervolcano apocalypse. Rhadamant here. Thank you for tuning in to Anoxia Station. Chapter 5, Fracture. Sector F9. Depth, about a mile down, a little more. Seismic activity, damn near guaranteed. External temperature is oddly not that high. Biological activity is bad. All that work for the excavator didn't do anything? Weird? Oh, it's meters. Right. I thought it was feet. Yeah, we're like 3 miles deep. The passage of time is now lost. You keep marking days on your calendar, but only out of habit. There is a constant feeling. It's all in vain. Nothing good awaits ahead. But you know, there's no stopping this train. It's hard to navigate in the sector. There are only these colossal gates standing nearby, but they are locked. Could you open them? Should you? Besides, we received a signal, but we don't know where it came from or from whom. Is it hope or conviction? Find the source of the signal. Alright, so we're sitting on gas. There's water and petroleum to the southeast. Water to the north. Yeah, okay, so let's excavate the gas. And then head southeast to the other resources. I don't think I want to build anything yet, because I don't want to block anything yet. Oh, good lord. Good lord. Alright, so we've got magma, swarm, a clutch of eggs, a rock devourer, and a moth. Alright, insecticide. Analysis. I don't even know. Oh my god. Gas harvester. Mining. And mining. Cluster munitions. So the rock devourer has 110 left. The moth has 65. The clutch has 270. I'm going to try to nuke the moth down to 20. I'm going to gas bomb the moth so it doesn't latch on to any of our buildings. And play a very nice signal. The rock devourer is photophilic, so it chases flares. I don't have flares. The moth is also photophilic. Again, no flares. He's dead. Okay. Definitely gonna need oxygen soon. We're running out. Oh my god. What the hell just happened? Decoding translation of signal. 16th of Shawwal, 1404. Al-Ahad. Finally, this day has come. By the will of Allah, today an expedition will be set out to the wondrous lake in the sector H12. Or Hydroborea 12. Professor Al-Mudurak Shah, my faithful friend, has accurately calculated the location from the surface. We were not mistaken, and we could not have been mistaken. I am happy that our efforts will not have been in vain. The journey, however, will not be short, but we are ready. Part of the team will remain here at Al-Baraka, and I, the loyal servant of His Majesty, was called upon to lead the mission. So I swear, may not my spirit and resolve falter, that I will find and extract all the oil I can. Today is a great celebration, but much work awaits ahead. Onward. Professor at His Majesty Sheikh Zayed. Do God, yeah, okay. So let's go ahead and drop another insecticide. We also have a rhizome, which is a bit of an issue. There's a rusted generator here to be activated with fuel, sure. And it gives us a surge of initial energy and a trickle of additional energy. The gas here, I'm going to demagnetize the magma over here, so it's not adding to heat. I'm going to salt decomposition the heavy metal salts for oxygen, because we're running out of oxygen pretty quickly. There was another clutch of eggs out that way. Over in this corner, I'm going to create a convector for oxygen. And then let's go ahead with a cluster munitions. We killed the rock devourer, which is good. The clutch I'm less worried about, but I will shoot it with the impulse. It's dead too. So now we just have the rhizome to deal with. Alright, for digging. I'm gonna dig here. I don't really want to excavate anything too dangerous. There is a stone gate over here, which is our sector exit. Is there more stone gates around? I'm not sure. But if that is the exit, we'll have to go around the gas pump to exit, but that's fine. Meaning I should clear a path this way, not building in these spots. So let's dig towards that exit. There's a damaged drill here, long abandoned. I'm not going to worry about that. Opening up the overlay. There's oil or petroleum down that way. And here. So I'll dig those eventually. Oh god. Okay. So I'm working on my oxygen, but we need to start securing a source of fuel. That's the big one. So, I said really early... Oh god. What did I release? An infected moth and a centipede. So what I said really early on is when you are out of a certain vital resource, it's obviously we're like suffocating. It makes it very, very clear. So convector. Do an evaporation cycle. No problem. Insecticides. Let's drop it right here, because that will hit all the adjacent critters. Excavating towards the stone gates. I've obviously unearthed a whole lot of horrors, which we're dealing with. We did get contaminated water, which we can, with a fuel, which we don't have, we can purify. So let's start to get petroleum and refinery. The other thing is, oh, that's radiation and temperature filtration. Yeah, we don't need that. Okay. All impulse the moth. Low damage, shoot. I can gas bomb the moth to stop it. But I don't have the oxygen for more gas pumping. So we'll have to wait on that. And I don't have the fuel for cluster munitions, but I'm working on that as well. So this next round might hurt. I suspect it will. Alright, what happened? Convector, more oxygen please. Refinery, refine, and upgrade to concentrator. Harvester, I'm not going to harvest yet. I want to upgrade to a drill. There's a lot more clutches and some mushrooms that I'm clearing for fuel. We'll drop more insecticide, and I'm really hoping this insecticide is effective because a red parasite rider, which is a really high DPS enemy, just popped out. Oh, man. Oh, God. Analyzing the red parasite rider. And gas bombing it as well. So it's stunned. So I know this clutch is danger. So I loot some fuel. And build a radio tower. Alright, I need to start making generators soon because my power generation sucks. Parasite Rider did not go all aggro, which is great. Convector. I'm still on the net negative of... So... Let's make more oxygen. Concentrator. Make a lot more fuel. Harvester. Finally become a drilling rig. I'm not worried about water just yet because we have a nice supply of water at the moment. The red parasite rider is at 205. The centipede at 50, so I'm going to insecticide. That should take care of the centipede, I suspect. As you can see, even the clutches are taking damage, which is great. And the rider is dropping as well. Centipede's down. The radio tower to outpost, I think, is a smart move. And then maybe cluster munitions and impulse. The rider's at 15 HP. That's just so cruel. Gas bomb it so it doesn't jump us again. I'm a little worried about those clutches, but there's not much I can do at the moment. So we're very low on petroleum and fuel. I think I've used it wisely, though. I know I had mentioned desperately needing power generation. It's just going to have to wait for another turn. Worst case scenario, we could, with our chemist, fracture the rock for power, but I'd like to not do that. Because we're going to be producing that stuff soon. Got him. Completely out of power. Alright, the rider didn't get to go anywhere, but the clutches are starting to hatch even more. So let's do insecticide, which should kill this rider. And then I'm going to do analysis on this one. Gas bomb on this one. And then with the analysis done, I should get pheromone contact to be able to kill the other clutch. Unless I can, like, impulse it or something. So, about production. Concentrator doesn't have the petroleum yet. So I'm just going to have to wait for auto extraction to extract petroleum. So let's go ahead and get power generator, power generator, power generator. Solving our power problems. We've got 85 out of the 110 for cluster munitions. So if I dilute some petroleum, I'll have 130 to be able to cluster. Which brings this clutch down to 65. Which I will... Don't I have one generator? Oh god, I don't. I am going to... I don't have any generators. I don't have enough fuel. Shoot. Okay, there's really nothing I can do to that clutch at the moment. I don't have enough for an impulse. And my flamethrowers aren't going to reach. So, yeah. I mean, the clutch might hatch, but there's nothing I can do about that at the moment. Alright, so with the generators up, I'm breaking even on power, which is rough. This parasite rider is going to be stunned and insecticided again, and also analyzed, because it has a lot of HP, so I think it's going to be there for a little bit longer. Alright, down here I'm going to build other generators to help with their power. That clutch is dead, and the parasite rider is stunned. There's more petroleum over here, and I'm going to start drilling, because I feel like I could handle more enemies if I need to. And with all the extra fuel, it might be a good time to get our defenses up. Wait, what happened to my... Oh yeah, so Citadel. I'd also like to switch the side that the gas bore is from here to over there. So once I have the more fuel, I'll do that so that I have a clearer path to run to the stone gates. At some point I'm going to have to deal with the water supply, but I think I'd also like to build alright, let's do an evaporation. I could probably just oxygenate myself with the evaporation cycle, as long as I have an input of water, because a recycler is really costly. Which means let's get a refinery. So I'm going to have a deep concentrator and a refinery, so that we have a more fuel income. I still have to find the source of the signal, so there's more exploration to be done. But I don't want to over-explore, because if I over-explore and I unearth too many horrors, I'm just not going to be able to deal with it. So this should be petroleum, and we have another source of water. I'm not worried. I'll wait until my water hits like zero, not zero, like less than 100 to start worrying about water. We do have a power positive situation, which is really good. Here's our Citadel, and for a little bit of fuel, I'm going to drop a turret here to automatically attack the red parasite rider, so we can gas bomb them and just have the turret whittle them down. I don't have enough petroleum from the deep drill yet, but there will be another petroleum vein to be unearthed soon. With the Citadel up, the fog has been lifted, so I can more adequately see the stuff going on. And I think I'm making a point of only drilling one at a time so I don't release holy hell on myself. Power is a 65 positive. I wouldn't mind trying to call in more Terranauts, but that's well outside of my power draw at the moment. I'd like more power a little bit more power generation, but I'm gonna have to put a water well or a water pump here. I could do a power generator here, I guess. Okay. I feel good about this round. Now with the a little extra power I have, let's impulse the Wasp. And the Wasp is at 37 health. Oh god, out of oxygen. Okay, so the turret killed the Wasp. Oxygen's okay for now. I'm gonna cool it down a little bit as well. I might want another convector. So I'm going to put another convector over here to passively increase our oxygen per day. Up to a neutral 0, I think. We got the other petroleum down there, so we'll get a harvester up to a deep drill. And we found a rusted generator, which I'm going to activate for a surge of power. And we need to find one more generator to find the source of the signal. So I have to just keep digging. And I'm hoping this looks kind of like there's an impacted generator there. Or maybe the generator's this thing. I'm not really sure where the generator is, but we'll have to dig around for it. But like I said, I only really want to drill one at a time. We are getting close to being able to do surface comms for more Terranauts. My population, I've had a lot of losses because it's been rough down here, so... Okay, the rhizome's gone. It did use up a lot of the, some of the power I was pooling for calling in Terranauts, but I think it's probably worth it. And then I'll refine to do chemical purification of the water to allow us to get a pump going for that underground lake. Oof. Game really wants to kill me. I'm gonna need a recycler soon. The mercury levels are climbing, so one of my concentrators will have to become, or convectors will have to become a boiler, and then subsequently become a recycler if I want to keep the hydrogen levels down, or mercury levels down, rather. All Baraka. The team discovers destruction buried deep in the earth. It's hard to say when or how long ago it ended up underground. Its endless halls are empty and deserted. You step down the steep staircase, you see Baroque portraits painted by unknown artists, blackened by dust and age. A long hallway leads you into a La Scala atrium. You see a massive computer standing here. A supercomputer with hundreds of cables reaching towards it like tentacles, powering up a machine like this will require an enormous amount of energy. Is it worth it? Let's try to turn it on. Start the supercomputer at Al Baraka, which costs 1,200 power. A wee bit more than we currently have, so we've got some power to go. Convector does an evaporation cycle. And the new convector will become a boiler to then subsequently become a recycler. If we need that kind of power, we're going to need to generate a lot more power. I had mentioned wanting to move our gas drill. So I'm going to recycle this and flip it here so it's not physically in the way. One way to get power is to liberate it from the crystalline crackings, so I'm going to do that for a nice surge of power, and then replace the crystals with another generator. Before we save up all that power, I'd like to call in more Terranauts, because we are, you know, Terranauts, labor is our lifeblood. And then I can also use these... Oh, actually, I was going to use these generators to generate a little extra power, but we're pretty close to our heat max, which will be fixed with the recycler once the recycler is built, but I should wait until then, lest I harm myself. This rock devourer, I'm going to use the emitter from the Citadel. Hit it like a ton of bricks, and then use the impulse. And then set up a turret. And then use the last power to reduce the temperature. Basically, I'm not saving up power yet, but I will be soon. I realize we probably need to deal with our immediate threats before getting 1200 power. Alright, harvester to a deep drilling rig rather. This rock devourer is at 45, so I'm going to use insecticide to kill it. That will probably work. The boiler is going to become a recycler to be able to deal with heat and hydrogen, because our hydrogen's nearly at like a critical level. And in order to get the power we need, we'll do generator, 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 and generator. We're going to convect to lower the temperature a little bit and add oxygen. And I don't need to dig anymore because we have revealed all Baraka, so I'm not incentivized to do that. Alright, recycler. Let's degas. Hydrogen levels are a little bit more in control, and our radiation and temperature factors are better. We are producing 200 power a day. And I'm going to use some of the gas we generate to compost corpses for more mystery resources, which is excellent. It's also a good time to stockpile fuel and petroleum, too. And water. Alright, the question I have for you guys is, in 3 days, should I call for more Terranauts? Because it's going to require power, obviously. So it might be worth calling in for more Terranauts, for more backup, or not. It'll be up to you. Let's go ahead and recycle more corpses. For petroleum. Excellent. And then process that petroleum in our concentrator and distiller. And let's put our Terranauts to work. So we have all but 3 of them employed building generators. Basically one meganormous generator. In fact, all but 1. We have 1 spare employee. Hey, employment is an all-time low. Vote Rhadamant 2028. Or whatever year it is in game. I don't even know what year it is. But, yeah, well, that's good news. And we might as well do a recycling cycle, too. Hydrogen is real low, and temperature's fixed. Boom! Alright, so all these generators are adding a hell of a lot of temperature, I get it. But luckily, it's not much of a problem for us. Recycling more corpses. Got a hell of a lot of water off that moth. And I could probably do another degassing just to keep the radiation and temps down, because these generators are oof. You guys say do call in Terranauts, so I'll be able to do that in 3 days or so. We're up to an enormous amount of saved resources. So let's turn a lot of that into fuel. Turn corpses into resources. More petroleum. And it's not hot enough or toxic enough to really need another degassing, so I'll wait a turn for that. Alright, one more turn for the Terranauts. Do some composting. For 225% oxygen. Well, that would be explosive. I'm glad it actually doesn't give me that. I did turn on, at Yodaville, the automatic filtration, which lowers radiation and temp for a cost of a little bit of power. Right now, I actually have the power to turn on the facility, but because you guys want Terranauts, I'm going to wait one turn to do it. So I got 106 Terranauts. I got a lot of new workers from that. And here we go, supercomputer. Activated. Find the Arab archive. Oh, you want me to keep digging? Alright. Caution to the wind, because the earthquake timer's ticking down. We gonna get some digging done. So we got a clutch. So let's deal with that clutch before that clutch deals with us. 2 clutches. Okay. Oh, actually, no. There's the dormant. An unknown creature or mechanism that shows no signs of activity as if it was fast asleep. So let's insecticide, analyze, impulse, and turret. Dig, dig, dig. And emitter. Emitter hurts, done it. That clutch is like, what the hell he hit me with? Frickin' radiation, man. Get Chernobyl. Alright, spider popped out of the something. There was a lot of terraforming that just happened. So magma popped out. Let's, because it's already kind of hot, use our demagnetize, turned into rock. We've got a full petroleum tank, so we'll process that into fuel. We got some bugs to deal with, so cluster munitions. This spider is at 82. Let's do some insecticide. That should deal with the clutch and the spider, but I'm guessing the centipede will remain. I'm gonna wait it out. See see what ends up dying. Yep, clutch is gone. So if I... Oh, spider's at 2 HP. If I impulse the spider, then the emitter will hit the centipede. And now they're all cleared. The corpse of the centipede, we can... Oh, I don't have enough gas. Never mind. Let's degas, because it's hot and toxic. And I wanted to turn the centipede into corpse mulch. But, dig. Ooh, a 4-way dig. And a 3-way dig. And I'll just do 2 digs. Another clutch. 3 more dormants. 2 more dormants, rather. Some nasty mushrooms. And a spider. And with the gas that we have, we'll use a stun bomb on the spider so it doesn't go anywhere. Still don't know where the Arabica is, so dig there and dig here. I guess I can use an emitter too. Oh, no, I don't have the gas. Right. Let's get the gas and then emit. Nice, dead. Dormants are just chilling menacingly. I don't disagree with that. Gas. And I keep forgetting I don't have enough natural gas to do the corpse recycling because I keep using it for gas bombs and the like. Oh well, whatever. There is the Arab Archive. It appears that you have discovered a vast underground research facility, a ghost facility. Everyone who once worked here has long since perished and turned into sand dust. The preserved documents and charts make it clear. Hyperborea 12, the colossal oil sea, is incredibly close, almost beneath your feet. For a brief moment, you can already imagine yourself returning to the surface as a triumphant, receiving the Nobel Prize, hearing the applause of mothers of blind children. But wait, first, you need to activate the protocols. Weird, but the power is still on. Activation. And the rusted generator, let's turn that on. And an ancient outpost. I want to turn that on, but I need more fuel. On. And a rhizome. Well, I can't buzzsaw it, because... So... Nuke. And a turret. And cluster munitions. Rhizome is still there, but half dead. Emitter? Missed the rhizome. Bummer. Well, we did what we could. I like how it goes. The rhizome whispers. It's like, that's not menacing. Alright, activate defensive protocols of the archive. Is currently being activated. Takes a minute. Finally, some corpse recycling. Turn you into petroleum. And with the excessive amount of generators I have right now, I'm going to get rid of some of them because they're eating up all my fuel, and we don't need this kind of power anymore. Because that's been the bottleneck to our fuel production. So that should be a little bit more reasonable balance. Well, I have 1,200 water. I really don't. I'm not worried about that last contaminated water because we have so much. Why did I want gas? Oh, right, for the emitter. No enemies to attack. Okay. Well, round my pants and call me Ratty Daddy. Who would have guessed? All of the dormant became the thing. So we've got offspring, who are photophilic monsters. We've got a spider queen. It wants me to leave the sector, but the spider queen's in the way. First things first, total repair. Hey, guess what, Spider Queen? I'm the Entomologist. Sounds like a pretty tame title, but I get to one-shot things I don't like. So, eat insecticide, bitch. I did happen to leave turrets everywhere back here, but I ain't stupid. I'm immediately going for the exit. Because there's 3 the things around me. And if I know anything about this game, it is the things don't like to mess around. They are going to nuke everything. So it's time to just run. While my automated Citadel turrets do whatever it can to... Because, yeah, this is horrible. Horrible. My entire everything is getting flattened. Now, the city in mobile mode does have a saw blade, which I'll show you in just a moment. Wow, they destroyed it. Literally everything is destroyed. So there's a saw attack, which costs 120 fuel, that does some physical damage, but it's like not nearly enough to kill a 650 HP enemy. It would take like 10 turns alone to try to kill it that way, so I ran. I built in such a way that I had a pretty clear path to the exit by moving the gas pump and everything, so I was able to get out, but that was terrible. We did end up with more people than we started with, thanks to the Citadel, and I probably actually could have radioed for even more people. I hadn't thought of it, but not bad. Thank you for tuning in to Anoxia Station, which originally streamed live on Twitch. If you have any feedback or questions for me, let me know in the comments below. If you'd like to catch a live stream of mine, Rhadamant.com has my stream schedule and countdown timers to upcoming streams. If you'd like to join my online gaming community on Discord, Rhadamant.com has a link to it, as does the description of this video. Thank you so very much for watching. Special thank you to my Twitch subscribers, Patreon patrons, and viewers like you that support the channel and made it all the way to the credits. Thank you so very much. I hope to catch you in next episode or an upcoming stream. Farewell, my fellow survivors deep in the subterranean underground.